My name is John, and this is my story. I grew up in a loving, conservative Christian home, grew up in the church, and also attended the school that the church was associated with. My junior year in high school, I had my first taste of pornography. I didn't think much about it then because I just figured that everyone else was doing it, so I didn't tell anybody. But I did not realize the spiritual stronghold that Satan all of a sudden had a hold on me. In my freshman year of college, I was free. I didn't have anything to hold me accountable. Had new access to internet and pornography with no one watching my back. I knew that if I had said anything to anybody about the current struggle that I was having with pornography, that people would begin to look at me differently. People would run away from me. People would leave. In 2006, I met a girl who would end up being my wife 2 years later. We fit perfectly together. But at the same time, I was still struggling with pornography. I was still struggling with covering it up, with hiding it. In December of 2009, my wife found pornography on our computer. Over the next 6 months, we would go through counseling. And one of the biggest things that we talked about during that counseling period was just telling the truth. That was such a struggle for me. That whole time I was still believing that I could somehow conquer this on my own. I was still buying into the lie. My wife kept telling me, John, truth equals reconciliation, lies equals divorce. Yet it still didn't sink in. Even now, looking back as I'm telling this story, I don't understand why I just didn't tell the truth. Why did it take her leaving me? Why did it take us getting a divorce to finally break me? It was when I began to be honest with myself and with those around me that life began to enter back into my heart. I began to step out of the darkness. Have you ever noticed how much a candle can light a dark room? My life was in darkness. I was living a life of covering something up, covering my struggle with pornography, and that just led to more guilt and shame, and it was just a vicious circle. And I began to realize that when I came out of hiding, that Jesus was looking for me the whole time.